It's definitely shredded. It's definitely shredded. It's gone. It's done. That's... What is going on, guys? It is JJ here, back with a new video, and today it will just be one video for today. We have a lot planned for what will be Friday videos? Yes, the Friday videos. So that will be the Monza Grand Prix tour. I've already, not tour, circuit guide, sort of the same thing. That video is already filmed. Very, very excited about that. And as well, Drive to Survive. We are going to take a look at the new trailer. I want to know what you guys think about me starting Drive to Survive from the beginning. I wanted originally to finish all of like the season review clips before going back and watching things like Drive to Survive, but I feel like it would be better entertainment and better TV for me if I legitimately did not know how the, like 2017, 18, 19 seasons went, which I think I know Lewis Hamilton won them all. Because the last time he lost before this year was 2016 with Rosberg. So I at least know some of my history, but I don't know who was the runner-up in any of those seasons. Don't know who was third, don't know of any major crashes, things like that. And I think I would like to do that and make that into a little series instead of doing the reviews, which we can do the reviews for the things that aren't on Drive to Survive. But obviously let me know you guys' thoughts on that down in the comments below. But today we're going to take a look at the longest F1 pit stop of all time. Longest F1 pit stop of all time. According... No, I'm pretty sure this is according to you guys. Somebody left this in my comments. We have two videos attached to this. Obviously, the original footage of the Monaco GP pit stop, and then an explanation. I believe an explanation. If it's not, we're gonna turn them off. But yeah, let's get into the video. Let's do this. As well, guys, you can find the original videos down in the description below. Go give them both a look.
Valtteri Bottas now
loud.
for Mercedes, so they brought Hamilton in, and a lap later in comes Valtteri Bottas, and it's the hard side too, but
front's not even off yet.
They can't get the right front off. The wheel gun has jammed, and this is not the first time this season. Valtteri Bottas has had an epically slow pit stop through no fault of his own, and they just can't get that wheel off.
Right fronts and Mercedes-Benz pit stops do not go well together.
Someone needs to get a big hammer and try and give it a shot with that, because at the moment that tyre is not
shredded,
budging.
isn't
And
it?
this is Valtteri Bottas' race being ruined before your very eyes.
If that nuts cross-threaded just won't come off, I don't really know what the solution. They've tried a different gun. What happens is they shred the
It's definitely shredded. It's definitely shredded. It's gone. It's done.
Light, those wheel nuts.
That's... So what you're telling me is essentially one single nut that keeps the tire on couldn't come off, and it ruined an entire race. Think about that. Qualifying, all the millions of dollars that are involved in being put into this car, and one little mechanical failure ended it all. Stuff like that makes me hate. That would drive me nuts. That really? Do you have to surgically remove this? What the hell? Wait. One tire. One tire. I do need an explanation for that. That baffles me. How long did that take? Because it says the longest pit stop ever, but it doesn't say how long it actually took, because obviously Valtteri Bottas' race was just over. We're going back to the beginning of that. That's so crazy to me. It doesn't make any sense.
Valtteri Bottas now pits for Mercedes, so they brought Hamilton in, and a lap later in comes
what could they have
Valtteri
done
Bottas,
differently
and
to have prevented that? I don't think they could have done anything differently.
The wheel gun has jammed, and this is not the first time this season. Valtteri Bottas has had an epically slow pit stop through no fault of his own, and they just can't get that wheel off.
Right fronts and Mercedes-Benz pit stops do not go well together.
Someone needs to get a big hammer and try and give it a shunt with that, because at the moment that tyre is not budging, and this is Valtteri Bottas' race being ruined before your
Monaco
eyes.
of all tracks as well.
Won't come off. I don't really know what the solution. They've tried a different gun. what happens is they shred the teeth.
Okay. I need the explanation. I need the explanation. Which I do feel bad. I do feel bad for Valtteri Bottas. But it's like one of those things where Mercedes is definitely at fault. I feel like to some degree. Obviously, I hope this guy kind of explains that. I think you guys can see the title of the video. It's gonna be very interesting to sort of get into the nitty gritty of it, I guess. I mean, we saw how he was like tinkering with it to like take it apart. But yeah, let's do this.
During the race, when we first saw it happening, you just assume that it's a cross-threaded wheel nut, and anyone that's
auto fix yourself
nuts and bolts together, particularly if they're like number plate plastic things, they're very easy to cross-thread. You can put
Sorry, let me fix this for us, for the culture, for the team. Okay, that should do it.
Lid back on, you can
okay.
pop. You often cross-thread it, and then it seems really hard then to get off. I don't believe this is the root cause of what was going on there. The actual problem was more to do with the wheel gun operator and how the wheel gun connected with the nut. So while
you're saying the one person messed this up?
The wheel nut is probably now back at Brackley, still attached to the wheel and to the upright, and they're going to have to literally cut that off in order to see if there was an underlying problem either with the cross-threaded nut or with goulding between the wheel nut and the titanium shaft. But the real problem really was, as I say, just the power of the wheel guns and how the mechanic connected it. And this is something that I don't think I've seen before. We've seen cross-threaded nuts going back years and years and years, you know, nuts that have been tightened, nuts that don't want to come off, nuts that go spinning off into the pit lane, lots of those problems. So what actually happened here, as far as I can recall, is a unique situation. So Bottas came in for his stop, the mechanic is there ready to put the wheel gun onto the nut, and normally the wheel gun is connected with the nut almost before the car stops. Now Toto said that Valtteri stopped slightly short in his pit stop. Looking at the markings from the overhead photographs that we got, I don't think it was significantly short, maybe 5 centimetres, but certainly well within the limits of what a mechanic would be able to cope with. And then when you put the wheel nut on, or the wheel gun onto the nut, it wasn't aligned, and I don't think he had the right level of body pressure against it. And then when he hit the wheel gun button, what effectively he's done, he's just pulled off all of the dogs, all the little teeth, the little sticky out bits on the wheel nut, and has just wiped them off completely. So what you now have is effectively a rounded nut, and again, anyone that's ever worked on old cars, you know what a rounded nut can be like, or you know, if you chew up the inside of the...
This is why I said I want this to be my job. I said this in a pit stop video. If I were to be given the opportunity, I would be the best wheel gun mechanic that you've ever seen in your life. My job. That would be my job. Feel me. That would be my... I'm in there. I'm... Bam. Tires off. Tires on. I'm out. That's it. 2 seconds. I got a 2-second job. 2-second job, maybe 2 or 3 times a race. And I'm done. Boom. Pay me. Checks cleared. I'm out. I do better than this dude. That's 110% sure. Because if what this dude is actually saying, he's saying that because the car slowed up 5 centimeters short, he just pretty much made, like, he took away all the little markings, all the little bearings. He shredded them. He just shredded everything. Which, I mean, if you've been in an auto body shop in any capacity, not that I've been in one anytime recently, but, you know, like high school, like grade school, when you're learning how to, you know, work on mechanical things, as soon as you shred it, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You're screwed. You're done. You're getting a wrench, you're getting a crowbar, you're getting a hammer, you're giving up, essentially. And that's, I mean, I guess that looks like exactly what happened here, which is super depressing. But at the same time, I mean, shit happens. It does happen.
There was absolutely no way at that point they were able to get that wheel nut off. And yeah, again, this is a really unique situation. And when you look at it, you have a titanium shaft on the axle. And obviously that's very, very tough, very strong, and it's designed, you know, made from that material for that reason. You then have a softer wheel nut, and they're either sometimes titanium, more often they're aluminium. And then
aluminium, I love that.
We've spoken about wheel guns lots of times.
Americans do say wrong, by the way. I do apologize.
Paoli Hurricane, as standard, that delivers 700 Newton meters of torque, which someone pointed out to me is more torque than a BMW M3 delivers. It's incredibly powerful, and Formula One
I can do that.
have then been tuned beyond that. The pressure is upped in the rig system. So when he connected that, he literally just wiped all of the features on that nut off, allowing them to take the nut off. And I've never seen that in practice. I don't think any of the teams have ever spoken about a situation like that before. So it is quite unique, and it does then make you wonder: is how much do Mercedes need to react to this? We're under a budget constraint this year. Do they need to go and make all new wheel nuts? Do they think need to change maybe the wheel gun design? But again, these are all covered.
Or the
by
operator.
Homologation regulations.
Put me in, coach.
So
Put me
have
in.
to argue with the FIA
I'm there for you.
to change them.
This was so. I didn't know it was last year actually, so it's not so long ago.
The FIA see this as a reliability fix, which is allowed under homologation regulations. So it's all a little bit tricky, and you could also argue this is such a freak occurrence that maybe Mercedes will just think more about
Just kind
how
of leave
the
it.
mechanics are working on the wheel guns than maybe the
That's me.
There could be an underlying issue here. As I said, it could have been cross-threaded, it could have been galled. Valve's
Okay, well, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Obviously, that was F1's longest pit stop ever. The Mercedes team are going to own that mark probably for all time until we probably see an issue like this pop up again. Because I feel like that you could say that there were so many variables involved. Obviously, Valtteri Bottas stopping early. Oh my goodness, that's my laundry. Valtteri Bottas stopping early, the mechanic, maybe even the gun having too much torque in it, or maybe just like he said, the wheel nut. Maybe just being stuck off of like a turn or off of the stop in the pit lane. Anything could have happened there, which I'm not sure if they did actually. If they figured out what actually happened and like Mercedes came out with like something on it, let me know in the comments below. Let me know, because I feel like by now people would know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and peace.